DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan, and today I am excited once again because I had actually gotten Bumblebee a few days ago and everything like that. I was really excited about what that guy actually brought to me. So I actually went out and got this. This will actually be Alternity Cliff or Alternity Cliffjumper. He's a fantastic guy. I already took him out of the box and everything like that, so if anybody's actually going to cringe at me like opening up the tape or anything like that, don't worry, he's already open. So let's take a look at him and see how you like him. Welcome to my show. Alright, and here we go. Now, if you guys actually all remembered, I was super happy with Alternity Bumblebee here, and nothing could actually make me think that this guy was actually any less cooler. But you know what? This guy came around, and although Bumblebee is actually still like my fave and everything, you know, this Alternity Cliffjumper is outstanding. Let's take a look at the box. That box is actually so cool. The Bumblebee I had actually gotten is actually an unboxed version. I found this one pretty cheaply on eBay while like surfing around the web and everything like that, and I actually had to go back and get them. Everything's in Japanese. If you read Japanese, I'll slowly pan up just so you can actually take a look at this. I love this box. This box is actually very cool. I love the color that he actually came with over here. It's actually kind of like more of a muted red, kind of like what Bumblebee was with his more muted yellow and everything like that, more of his brighter color and everything like that. I really dig this, but I really love what they actually did over here with the actual toy copy. This is great. I'm going to open the box, and I love this packaging. You know, I know we're actually all supposed to be against plastic everything nowadays, but this is great. Just like a reusable box, you know, he actually comes with his alternator instructions right underneath, you know, and that's actually really cool. I'm not going to open this because, well, actually, you know what? I lied. I'm going to open this up so you can actually see what actually comes in here. This is the first time I'm actually opening this up too. So we saw the way Bumblebee actually came out, so this will actually be Cliffjumper with his meta real-time macro vision. What? Oh man, what else is he coming at? Wave functional pointer gun. So, you know, they're actually the same figure basically, but you know, coming with like other stuff that like makes him sound like a little bit cooler than his Bumblebee counterpart. So there we go. We actually have him Suzuki Swift Sport Cliff. Please, Suzuki, bring this car over here to the States. I'm dying. Oh man. And hold on, let's see if he actually has, sorry for shaking the camera. Oh, look at this. He actually even has like an animated version of him and everything like that, splitting rocks instead of him being split, you know? So that's awesome. Hey, movie industry, animation industry, don't kill this guy off ever again. He's amazing. So, there we go. And let's take him out. I love this. I love the fact, hold on, you didn't see this in camera. So, like, I love this. I love the fact that this plastic container actually opens up so easily. There's no plastic strings or anything like that that actually keeps it in there. Only this. And that's great. See, if we actually had more packaging like this, I would be so into saving all my boxes and everything, you know? But there he goes. And there goes Cliffjumper. And that's a really awesome car mode. Compared to the Bumblebee car mode, he actually does bring in like a little bit more realism and everything like that when you actually have like more of this sheen and everything like that that actually comes in here. Like, I don't know if you can actually see the speckles over there on your side or anything like that. And I know it's actually getting darker around here. It's like a little bit more of like the later afternoon, but that's actually a really nice paint job. Compared to the Bumblebee, a lot of people will, I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of people that will actually gravitate towards the Cliffjumper here, but I still have that special place in my heart for Bumblebee, and not only that, but like that yellow is outstanding and everything like that, one of my favorite colors. But There we go. And that's actually very cool. He actually does the same thing that Bumblebee does. You actually have, there we go. You actually have like all 4 doors that, actually he's a hatchback, so all 5 doors that actually open. Just let me get this one in the back here. There we go. We can actually open up this one right over here. We actually have this trunk that actually opens, you know, and that's actually so cool. Complete with driver's side, with what do you call it, a steering wheel right over here on the right hand side, you know, like any good Japanese car should actually have. That's actually very cool. And I really love the fact, still yet, that they actually give us seats. You know, in this world of Transformers now and everything like that, not even, like I said, Masterpieces just doesn't do that anymore. You actually notice like a little bit of like the head component right over here, as he actually did with Bumblebee. But you know what? Not bad. And an engine that you can easily get by getting over to the hood. Very, very nice. You wouldn't even think that this was actually a Transformer, you know? I really think that that's actually great. Love this figure. Love these figures, actually, you know? They actually kind of like have, when you actually transform them into robot mode, I'll actually go over this, but like, you know, my friend Zelt actually kind of like told me that they actually thought that it kind of like looks more like, they were actually like more like fembots, and then I thought about it, and then I said maybe it'll more like Layfield's Captain America more than anything else, you know. But look at that, that's great. And size comparison, really quick, we'll actually compare them with the Fair Lady Z over here. That goes Blue Streak Masterpiece Edition, and scales really well. Look at that. That's actually very cool stuff right there, you know. Comparing all 3, that scale is outstanding. It kind of makes me feel like Alternator was actually kind of like working on you know, marketing masterpieces to us, but like when we actually kind of like got over to the masterpiece version, they actually decided to cut out a couple of like little extras and everything like that, such as seats and opening doors and that sort of thing. You know what I mean? But just to give us like more of the 80s style stuff, but like that's very cool. All of them looking like they actually should look in real life, you know? Very outstanding. I love it. I'm gonna get down to transformation and then I'll meet you back. Transferring Cliffjumper still is one of my favorite things. Now, I just wanted I just removed some of my blinds so you can actually get a good view as to like all this luster this guy actually carries. Like, it transitions into the car so well. I really love this. You know, like, I do still wish that I actually had more of the muted color Cliffjumper to go along with Bumblebee, but this is actually really nice. There's another version of this for Goldbug, actually. So if you decided to get that guy, you wouldn't be going wrong, you know? But like, this guy, such a great character to have, just a joy to work with. And especially in Bumblebee, but like, I'm not gonna play favorites. So, here we go. And to transform him, we'll actually start off by opening up his trunk. We'll open the doors on either side. There we go. We'll open up his hood. We'll open the flap on his engine that'll actually release, that'll show his guns, you know? And we'll actually take off this flap right over here that starts the activation for his automorph gimmick. Now, for some reason, mine doesn't work as well as it did on Bumblebee, but like there's like a hit or miss for that one, and I'm actually okay with it. It's actually working great now. You know, like usually it doesn't, but like there we go. Like I guess Cliffjumper is actually making me a liar on film. So there we go. I'm sorry about all the noise in the background. There are some guys working on my neighbor's yard. So there we go. But if you actually hear all the voices and everything like that, so I have to contend with that. But I digress. So now all we have to do is like pull out his, let's see, we start like putting this piece right over here in, and that actually will start like putting the windshield inside once you actually pull the legs out. Just make sure that this piece is actually right in here. I'm actually moving his arm to the side for his automorph gimmick, and we'll just start pulling this. So now you just pull this down, and it'll actually click in. Like you'll actually hear the click right on the back, or like right into his neck and everything like that. So there we go. I'm just gonna save this for like the head reveal, even though you actually see the head already. There we go. So now you separate the arms and bring them out to the side. You pull this all the way back, this whole entire top section right over here. Pull it all the way back, and these two latches right here and here will actually go onto his back. And there we go. It doesn't lock in just like Bumblebee, but it actually does give you a place to put everything. Then you just want to put the engine right into his crotch right over here, so that actually becomes a crotch plate. You bring this down. That hood also becomes like another part of the crotch plate. Then we'll separate his feet. We'll bring his toes down, and then bring his ankles down at the same time. And there we go. And now we'll actually close this off, and we'll bring out his heel spurs and do the same thing on the other side. Bring this down, bring his heels down, activate his heel spurs, and then just bring this grill all the way in to form the inside of his foot. Now I still feel like they actually did make a miss with like not being able to like make this grill go on the inside of the toes to fill it out, but it's still a good transformation. Make sure that when you actually have everything secure, just fix his feet, because his legs can actually be a little fiddly. And if you don't fix it quite right, it actually makes him look like he's actually like a little lopsided. So make sure you do that. Then remove the seats from the inside. Just rotate his biceps a little bit more towards the outside before you actually bring it down. That'll actually make him, his whole entire forearm miss the back lights here and everything like that, and that'll actually make it easier. Then bring his arms up, to bring his fists down, bring the bumper around, and rotate right over here by the upper arm. So we'll actually do the same thing again. We'll rotate, we'll bring down the arm, we'll bring down his fists, and then we'll rotate the bumper. There we go. And now you actually have a full arm. And now the only thing that's actually left is the head reveal. That'll actually include his Autobot symbol that actually goes right over here. And then bring out his horns, because what's Cliffjumper without his horns? So, very satisfying transformation. There we go. And I'm going to bring you back over to stage A, and then we'll actually continue talking about him. Alright, and here we are. Cliffjumper in robot mode. Very, very cool. By the way, I forgot to tell you, just like remember, like when you're transforming him, just like move his knees down. And there we are. And he is actually very, very cool. I really love this guy. He's actually like, this mode is actually probably, this figure or this mold is probably one of my favorites so far in this whole, in like any line actually. I love the way he looks. Let's give you a close-up of that grill of his. Look at this guy. Like all business. look at this. Like, even the scowl on his face and everything like that. That is classic Cliffjumper right there. Like, when you're transforming him, by the way, his horns don't actually go all the way in like it does on Bumblebee or anything. You know what I mean? And like, say, on Bumblebee, we'll actually have, hold on, say on Bumblebee, like when he's actually transformed, that's like perfect concealment for his horns and everything like that, and it pops out like this far for effect, which I absolutely think is great, you know? But on this guy, he doesn't really do that as well or anything like that, and I really would have loved to see that. But then again, I think would have actually also broke up the mold over here and everything like that also on his helmet, so I'm actually okay with it. This face and this head sculpt, though, is classic Cliffjumper all the way. Like, I think this was actually one of the first toy lines that really did a decent job at, like, making a Cliffjumper head that actually looks like Cliffjumper. You know what I mean? And, like, I think that's great. For all you Cliffjumper fans out there, like, this is actually, like, one of the guys to get, along with, like, the War for Cybertron and now Earthrise. You know, so, but the first War for Cybertron toy actually kind of, like, carried that kind of, like, head sculpt along and everything like that. And I thought that was actually really great. One thing I don't think that, one thing that I think where this figure actually misses the mark is with the light piping. Now, there is light piping in here, and I kind of felt like Bumblebee actually handled it a lot better, because where Bumblebee actually had hella light piping over here, like you actually like bring the light here, and I don't know how to translate. There we go. Look at that crisp blue. Like, that guy is great. I love it. Gangster right there. You know, it's not coming out as green or anything like that. I'm not sure if it's because I actually open up my window shades or anything like that, or if I'm actually like putting it in like a different area here and everything like that, but the light piping comes out on top, and that's great. I always appreciate that in my figures and everything like that. Light piping always makes a figure look alive, you know? And with Cliffjumper here, he actually gets light piping also, but it's not as prominent as, say, like with Bumblebee and everything like that. So, like, in order for his piping to, like, you actually have to get directly right into his head, and it comes out, like, really, really dark, you know? It's cool, like, it goes along with his character, you know what I mean? But, like, at the same time, I would have really liked for, like, that light piping to show through. And I'm not exactly sure if it's because of, like, the minimal space that they actually used for his piping, you know? But there we go. Like, that's all there is to it right there and everything like that. And I think, like, Bumblebee actually handled it so much better. Like, this guy looks alive, you know? But, yeah, still yet, though, like, a really fantastic figure and everything like that. Like, I really love what they actually did with Cliffjumper here. And, hold on, let me just give you another 360. Love what they actually did with, like, every bit of molding here and everything like that. His legs are, like, a little fiddly and everything like that. And my friend Danae from the Tough Nerd Toys actually kind of, like, thought that these legs right over here were actually a little fiddly and everything like that. I'll agree with him, but I also think that there are really smart ways where you could actually, like, fix the legs to however you like them and everything like that. So, if you actually wanted to bring, like, the legs down so he looks a little bit more conformative, you could actually do that. And that's, like, using a couple of his transformation joints. But if you do it this way, he comes out, like, a little bit shorter, you know? But, like, the legs actually look like they fill out a little bit more and everything like that. And that's actually cool, too, you know? Also, if you actually wanted him to, like, actually do something where his legs actually looked a little bit, like, more like he was actually, like, a sprinter or a runner, that's possible, too. Because these ankle joints actually come out a lot more and everything like that. And I didn't get a chance to show it to you on Bumblebee, but that actually enables you to, like, use more of the motion over here on his foot. And it'll give you the chicken leg effect and everything like that, no doubt, you know? But it's actually, like, another way that you can actually use your figure and everything like that. It actually promotes, like, a little bit more playability, extra powers, and all this other jazz, you know what I mean? So, like, there we go. So there goes Cliffjumper. Just like Bumblebee, he actually also comes with these mini pistols that are actually created from his engine right on his cast, and you can actually install that here and install that. Hold on, just give me a minute, because like once these clip in, they clip in really well, and I love that about these guys. And it's not even clipping; it's actually this kind of like a friction thing that actually goes right in here. And there's a peg right over here where it just friction encloses and everything like that. Once you actually put it in, it kind of feels like it snaps in or something like that. And that's actually really cool, you know? So there we go. There goes Cliffjumper. We'll bring in Bumblebee. There we go. Dynamic Duo. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I really like the way these guys actually look together, you know? Like, just really, just like a solid set. If you actually probably wanted to go off and go get like the Goldbug version and everything like that, like you wouldn't go wrong with this mold at all. And another friend of mine, Zelt from ZeltaCon on YouTube, actually told me that they actually thought that like the chest actually kind of looks like more like they're actually fembots, and I don't really think that they look like fembots at all or anything like that. I get what they're saying though and everything like that. Like this whole entire chest cavity and everything like that kind of feels like they're actually kind of like, I don't know, like, for me, it's actually kind of like more like exaggerated pectorals and everything like that. Like, they've been actually like getting swole and everything like that on the side and everything like that to compete with their Autobot brothers and everything like that. You know what I mean? Their brothers in arms, they need to get like bigger and better and everything like that to like actually fight all Decepticon menaces and everything like that, you know? And once they came out of their hyperbolic chambers, they were ready to go, you know? So like, very cool. I kind of feel like the chest actually kind of reminds me more of Layfield's Captain America more than anything else, you know? And if you actually don't know what that looks like, I'll probably like put a picture of it in here and everything like that, you know? But like, that's pretty much what they actually remind me of and everything like that more than anything else. A miss on Captain America, but a win on these two guys, you know? And just for more comparison, just let me get the box out of the way for a minute. And I'm going to bring in Blue Streak. There we go. And let's see. There we go. All ready for action and everything like that, you know? Like, since we were actually talking about, like, my love for hatchbacks, this is the Hatchback Command, you know? But for more playability, let's also bring in a little side swipe action. There we go, and a little Sun Surge from the Bad Cube from the Bad Cube line. For this is actually my stand-in for Sunstreaker and everything like that, even before Sunstreaker was actually made. So there we go. I may actually have to go back and get like a Hasbro version of Sunstreaker and everything like that, just because I'm curious to see what these guys will actually look like with him. You know, but like very, very cool stuff. I love it. Final thoughts coming up. If you guys get a chance, get Cliffjumper or get Bumblebee. You guys will not be disappointed. So every time I keep on feeling as though I'm actually out of the collecting game. I always come up with something where I hop online, and then all of a sudden I see Hasbro actually has something cool that actually makes me say, oh shit, I've got to get that. And these guys are actually probably like one of the guys that actually make these that maybe say it the most. I am so far loving the Alternity line. And I think I might have to like go off and find some more or something like that. Like, I think that there's still like that Optimus Prime and the Megatron that I actually want to try out. I'm only lacklusterly thinking about Starscream and the Seekers and everything like that, only because of like the way the wings work and everything, and I'm still trying to fathom that and everything like that. So like, we'll see. But if you're actually looking for something that'll actually make you say, wow, you know, that's a great character, I think these guys are actually it. Cliffjumper and Bumblebee actually give a lot of bang for the buck and everything like that, and a lot of fun, even though they're simply done and everything like that. And yeah, for the guys who actually have like most of the car, that's actually like the body and everything like that, like most of the car is actually the chests. Like, I think they actually make a great addition. And for me, in a world where Bumblebee becomes the Autobot leader, I feel as though Cliffjumper, much like Ironhide, would pretty much be his right-hand guy. So, like, I think that actually works really, really well. I love the way these guys look together. Dynamic duo. And there we go. Like, if you guys actually do decide to actually splurge on something like different and everything like that, that's pretty much my pick. So this is DIECAST NORBZ signing off, and if you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do. It actually helps out my channel. I would love to actually have more interaction with you guys and everything like that. So comment, don't like something I said, want to fight about it, comment. Let's see what you actually have to say to me. Also, because I love comments, I love talking and everything like that. I could actually go on. You can see from my videos, they're pretty long, so it's not because I don't like talking, So please also hit the notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. You can follow me on DIECAST NORBZ and Twitter also. And I'm actually going to make a Facebook page probably sooner or later, because I might have a lot to talk about there too. So this is DIECAST NORBZ and signing off, and please be good to each other and show love, respect, and kindness to everyone in every walk of life and everything like that. And always remember, when these stop being magical, that's when I stop collecting. Take care, everyone.